Hello and welcome to another video. Today we have a heavyweight prospect, Skylar Lacy. Skylar, how are you doing?
Good, man. Good. What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me.
Well, before going into the questions, I just want to say thank you for being here. You know, you're busy. You have the team combat league, so thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I just want to start talking about your early life. Was there any other sports you played, or did you know boxing was going to be what you did for your life?
Growing up, nah, man. I didn't start boxing until I was 22 years old, man. So I played. I'm from Indianapolis, so basketball growing up. And football. I was a big football player. Yeah, and that shit led me to boxing. At the age of 22.
And so, how did that come about?
Really just staying in shape. I was done playing football. Was just I'm 6'7", so I'm just trying to do something, and I'm like, man, let me take up boxing. It's a good workout, just trying to stay in shape. And one thing led to another, and I started getting a couple fights.
Also, you say you were from Indiana. How was the transition from there to Las Vegas?
It was cool. It's hot as hell in Vegas, so other than the heat though, man, it's been cool. It's been a nice transition. It's like a 3-hour flight, so I started making that a little more frequently. But yeah, it's been nice.
And so, in moving to Vegas, what went behind that decision? Like, did you talk to anybody in particular that brought you out there, or how did that come about?
Man, I ain't have a whole lot going on back home in Indy. It's not the biggest boxing city. So opportunity came about during COVID. They were looking for sparring partners for Kubrat Pulev. Kubrat Pulev was getting ready to fight Anthony Joshua, and they needed some sparring partners for him. So they brought me out there, brought me out to Vegas for COVID. With COVID happening, unfortunately, we weren't able to get over to Bulgaria to spar with Pulev. But I got to be in Vegas. They had me living there for like 3 or 4 months. So it was nice. I made a few connections, and I've been there ever since.
So whenever you were gonna spar him, how long were you in boxing?
At that point, I might have been boxing for like 3 years. That was 2020, and I started boxing late 2016. So probably 3.5 years.
Yeah, man. Speaking of sparring, I know you sparred with Charles Martin, and he has a fight coming up soon. I just want to hear what that experience was like for you and how you feel about his fight coming up.
I'm excited for that one. That's gonna be a good fight. He fights.
Yeah.
He fights this Saturday, I believe.
Yes.
Saturday.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I've been in the ring with both Jared and Charles. And I'm excited to see how the fight goes, man. I'll definitely be watching.
And so, how was your experience sparring him?
But I mean, both of them were good
Both,
experiences.
yeah,
Right.
you were both.
Yeah, both of them are have a lot of experience. Both of them, I mean, have been boxed for a long time. One, I mean, Charles is southpaw. That's like my height, damn near. So that's unique in its own right. And then Jared is a workhorse, man. He's got a great work ethic. And he's gonna bring it. He's gonna bring it right from the jump. Yeah.
Down to
Yeah, his hometown. It's a hometown fight.
His hometown fight, late replacement too. The one dude was
Charles Martin. Yeah,
yeah.
he has like a
having
week,
visa
you know.
issues and stuff. What'd you say?
I think like a week for Charles, or like a week and a half. I think that's what they gave him.
I just learned about it last week, so I don't know when they found out about it, but I just learned about it last week. So
I
like,
think
yeah,
that's
like a week and a half.
Yeah, it came out. Yeah, it was like a week
Yeah,
and a half. But Charles Martin is somebody that's been there with Anthony Joshua. He's been in there with other big names.
yeah. You know who else fights that night is Arslanbek Makhmudov from where the hell is he from? From Russia, but he trains in Montreal. He trains in Montreal now. If you guys know who that is, I think it's a co-main event. He's a heavyweight like 16-0, and he's fighting a dude from out of Miami. He's fighting a heavyweight out of Miami, another undefeated heavyweight. So both of those are gonna. I mean, that's gonna be a good fight as well. I think so.
That whole card, I mean, that, Top Rank delivers cards, so.
Right.
Okay, great. Also, you sparred, several other people. How is it being in there with Jeremiah Milton, Johnny Rice, Michael Hunter?
That's the home team right there, man. Those are the guys. We've been having that little circle of sparring partners damn near since I came out to Vegas.
Volkov, right?
What'd you say?
Volkov from the UFC?
Volkov, he just dropped in.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's crazy.
And Big Pat, the Samoan Big Pat. Yeah, man, it's been a cool little circle of that's the beauty of living in Las Vegas. You don't get that in probably any other part of the world. But here in Vegas, we got 6, 7, 8 heavyweights showing up to sparring each night.
And all trained by Rod, right?
Coach Rodney, Rodney Presley. Yeah. He coaches the majority of us. He's coaching Charles. He's coaching Charles for this fight coming up. They leave. They might have left today.
He has big names because he's the one that's with Devin Haney, right?
Yep. He's with Devin Haney and Jeremiah, the homie Jeremiah. Yeah, man, and myself. We coming along.
So how much credit would you give them for your development? Just more recently.
A lot. Yeah, a lot. Them dudes have helped me out. We've all been helping each other. It's been good work. We've all been benefiting from it. It's different styles. Everybody, like, you got Charles is the southpaw. Pat is a 300-pound Samoan. Jeremiah came off one of the top amateurs in the country. Who else? Mike Hunter, 2-time Olympian. Who else? The dude, the homie, the big Russian homie. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but the UFC heavyweight just popped in this sparring the other day too. So it's good work. It's great work. It's great work.
Who do you think gives you the most trouble in the ring out of that group?
Gives me the most trouble. Come on, man. None of them.
No, none.
It's all of them are unique, man. All of them are unique. It all takes a little minute to figure each of them out.
But there's not one that you're like, damn, I gotta spar this man again.
Man, no, man. Hell no. Nah.
I'm gonna ask Jeremiah, see if that's true.
I'm about to ask Jeremiah. I'm about to call up Jeremiah right now.
Jeremiah's good work. I was just with Jeremiah. I just came from being with Jeremiah in Dallas. He's in Dallas sparring
with AJ, right?
Anthony Joshua right now.
I see that. How was it going with Joshua? Because that's crazy. That's like a whole different level.
Hey, that's some shit. Like, that's some shit you think about, like, when you first start boxing. You know what I mean? People, I don't know. It was unique. It was a great opportunity. I'm thankful that they gave me the opportunity to go down there. Yeah, it's crazy because that's one of the top heavyweights in the world right now. So great opportunity.
I just want to switch gears a little bit and to what you're doing right now with Team Combat League. Can you give us a quick rundown for the people that might not be too familiar with the concept?
Team Combat League is 6 cities, 6 different cities. They all have their own team. It is, instead of boxing 8, 10, 12-round fights, this is an 18-round fight between each team, between 2 teams. So you have one team matched up against the other team. They have a list of about 12 to 18 fighters on each side, and they fight each other all in those 18 rounds, and then they tally up the points they judge it on a forget the name of the judging system. Basically, it's 10-9 if you win the round, 10-8 if you drop the other person, or 10-7 if you knock the other person out. So then they tally the scorecards at the end of the fight, and then the team with the most points wins. It's the first season. The regular season just concluded. The Las Vegas Hustle, we went 4-4, and we are focused on the playoffs right now. Playoffs start August 12th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are taking on the Atlanta Attack. And looking forward to it.
Man, I hope for anybody who hasn't experienced this yet, I hope you guys tune in, because I started watching this a few weeks ago.
It's action packed. Like I said, it's each fighter is only doing 1 round. So them dudes, they get in there, they fight, balls to the wall. go all out, and then they get out, and now it's the next person's turn. And the girls, it's a girl weight class on each team, and the girls go crazy too. I mean, it's action packed from start to finish. It's a good time.
I also saw, what's the former UFC fighter that got laid out on that team combat?
Oh, Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy. That was
Hardy's
crazy.
on there.
He did. He came in there. That's happened a couple times, man. Somebody comes in, they brought in some new people as the season went on. People looking at the opportunity, and they come in and get knocked out real quick, and the show keeps going on, man. That's part of it.
I wanted to mention your last fight against Jerry Forrest, because I know after the round you had a little bit extra to say to him. What was that about?
Yeah, man. He got dog walked. You feel me, for the whole round, and then at the end of the round wants to say some slick shit getting out of the ring. So it's part of it. That's another guy. Jerry Forrest signed up, fights for one night, and is suspended indefinitely by the Connecticut Boxing Commission.
I saw that. On his box
yeah. So I mean, it's part of it.
That's crazy. You lose a round and then you start talking, but I mean, it happens.
And that's the thing. There's no round two. You can't.
Yeah, you can't go again. Back. Yeah, he put up Fast and the Furious.
Dude, I almost had you.
Yeah, exactly, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it's boxing.
So with this Team Combat League, is that something that you feel like you're going to pursue for a good chunk of your career, or are you looking to get back into the pro ranks, or?
Definitely get back to the pro ranks. I'm ready to run up a few pro fights right now. But the Team Combat League, it's been a great experience. It's been a great experience. They say that this is where the sport of boxing is going next. So I'm happy to be in with them on the ground level. And yeah, I'll definitely continue to be a part of it. Look to be a part of it. Depending on how everything works out. But after year one, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's been a good experience. They're taking care of the fighters. They're keeping us active. I mean, I'm 6-0 as a professional. What other platform is there that I could get in the ring with a guy like Jerry Forrest, that's whatever his record is, 20-5 or whatever, or the dude Scott Alexander, or I mean, it's a great experience. You don't have to risk your record as a professional fighter, and they pay good, man, and they paying good, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yep. Also, it's a fast track to your career. It helps you. It helps you develop. Also, I want to talk about one of your professional fights that you had when you were in Mexico. I saw a video that you posted saying "Arriba Culiacán." How was it being in Mexico and fighting over there?
Man, it's dope, man. I've had 2 fights in Mexico. I love it. The only bad thing, man, is some people here in America, they like to talk bad on the fights in Mexico, like you're not really developing. So I'm trying not to have too many of them down there in Mexico. I'm trying to be smart with it. But that's a blast, man. If you've never been to Mexico, I highly recommend it. I love going down there, and it's good experience, man. They got tough fighters down there. My last professional fight was in February. I fought a dude. He was ranked like the 4th best heavyweight in Mexico, 4th best, something like that. Tough ass fighter, tougher than the majority of the fighters you find over here in the States. You know what I mean? So, it's good work, and it's a good opportunity, good experience. I love Mexico.
So yeah, many fighters have also said, their toughest fighters have been in Mexico. Devin Haney, I saw an interview one time, but he said his toughest fight was in Mexico. So, it's something that fighters, whenever they start, they start from, Mexico.
Yeah, man. Hey, you'll never hear me knock it. It's them dudes fight. When they beat an American down there, they changed their life. You know what I mean? So them dudes are bringing it.
You gonna ask him what you're gonna ask him?
Oh yeah, before we end the interview, I do want to say, me and Eduardo are going to spar. We're gonna go in August to Silver State Boxing in Las Vegas, and we're gonna spar. Any tips for us? I think I'm gonna beat his ass. But what do you think about this?
You guys are gonna spar each other?
Yeah.
Hey, I was in camp before, and the great Coach Buddy McGirt. Keep your hands up your chin down and keep your ass off the ground. That's it. Hands up, chin down, and ass off the ground. That's what I gotta say, man.
I think Awaro needs to pay close attention because it's gonna be
Hey,
quick.
I'm taking notes, man. Don't worry.
All right, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna look forward to watching that, man.
We'll hit you if you're
We'll
around.
hit you up. Yeah, if you're there, I'll hit you up. I think we're gonna be at Silver State Boxing maybe in August.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up.
Yeah, but who do you think is gonna win? You didn't say who do you think is gonna win? Me or Eduardo?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to see it. I'm gonna have to see it to find out.
You don't want to do the
You don't
host
wanna do-
dirty,
I know.
bro. I understand. It's cool. You don't got to do Chris like that on live, but
Okay.
Y'all both the homies, man. You know, I can't decide, man. I'm looking forward to it though.
Well, I appreciate this interview, and I appreciate everything. It was cool to see you in Vegas back in October, I believe, and it's cool to see you now through Zoom. Hopefully, we can see you in August when we go, and that's
Yes,
all
sir.
I got. You, Eduardo?
yeah, man. Thanks for taking the time. We know you're a busy man, but it was nice catching up, and looking forward to see what you do in the future.
Thank you, man. Likewise, it was a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me on here, man. I appreciate the platform, man.
man.
And I look forward to hopefully do it again, man. I'll let it be back. So
Yeah.
y'all take care.